Hey man, it's your boy Ruben the Diamond Lion coming to you live from Diamond Lion Sports Talk. Here to give you a quick reaction to the press conference that we saw between Chris Eubank Jr. and between Conor Benn. Now, this is a fight I've really been looking forward to. All the build up to this fight, even before Chris Eubank was suspended for being his excellency. No, I'm just playing. All before Chris Eubank was suspended for testing positive for PEDs. I was very, very excited about this fight and disappointed that it got taken off the table because of PEDs, rightfully so, I might add. So it's just generally really, really cool. I'm very, very happy. I'm extremely happy. I'm like this little guy here. I'm very, very happy that this fight is back on. But I'm really just here today to give you my instant reaction to the press conference. At first, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was all a little bit silly. You had promoters talking money. The fighters were talking to each other, but Benn was kind of letting Eddie kind of fight for him a little bit. I don't mean any offense by that, but it just kind of is what it is. Chris Eubank was his usual cool, calm, snarky, sarcastic, collected, arrogant self. Conor Benn, very aggressive, very irritable, very volatile. And here's the thing, guys. I see people like in the comment sections that are really trying to like have a hardcore opinion on whose characteristics are more leaning towards victory. And like, who cares? We're talking about two people's personalities. Both of these guys are going to get in there and try to rip their heads off. There's a lot of stuff going on in the city. I'm sorry if y'all hear that. I digress. Both of them are going to get in the ring and try to rip each other's heads off, right? So I really don't care too much about the characteristics of each fighters. They are who they are. They were raised how they were raised. They are, you know, they're going to be who they're going to be. I found it funny. Like I said, I found it a bit silly. I thought that the contract talk was a little unprofessional on both parties and from both teams. Just leave that stuff behind the scenes. It has nothing to do with us, the fans. If neither one of you are going to use it as an excuse to lose the fight, you know, why bring it up in the first place? But I do like that Chris Eubank Jr. did kind of redirect the conversation of the press conference back towards the two fighters to address the elephant in the room, to not dance around all the other stuff. Let's address the elephant in the room. Upon facing off at the end of the press conference, and I was very, very excited to see this face off. I wanted to really study the body language of both fighters. I wanted to look at the body of both fighters with Benn coming off of an alleged or not so alleged cycle. And I really wanted to look at the size comparison between the two guys, Chris Eubank being the bigger man, Benn moving up 2 weight classes. And it got interesting. They eyeballed each other. Chris said something to Conor and got Conor to respond. I thought that was pretty key. Both guys were kind of just sitting there kind of stoic, and then all of a sudden, you know, Chris says something and Conor follows suit. It seems to be pretty easy for Chris Eubank Jr. to kind of manipulate and bait Conor Benn in to altercations, verbal or physical. And that's something that you saw between their fathers back in the day as well, but we'll get more into that with the historical breakdown that we're going to do when it comes to this fight contextually. What happened here, though, as they were conversating, it looked like Chris Eubank Jr. leaned in to hear what Conor was saying more, and literally Chris Eubank, upon leaning in, reached in his manifested an egg out of the ether, just pulled an egg out the void and slapped Conor Benn upside his head with it. Now, this was highly unexpected for me. I thought if anyone was going to get slapped, it was going to be Chris Eubank Jr., and I'll explain why. That's mostly because I find Conor Benn to be very aggressive and to sometimes have a hard time keeping his emotions under control, and I like that about him. I like that he's vicious. I like that he's ruthless. I like that he's unhinged. Don't get me wrong. I was not expecting Chris to do something like that, and very, very shocking. Now, Eddie Hearn went ahead and went on record probably 5 minutes later, called it a bitch move. I don't think so. I was already going to buy this fight. I think because of an event like this, people are probably going to buy the fight even more. I think that Chris Eubank is playing major mind games, and I think that Conor is going to be, if he was already thirsty to get his fist on Chris's face, I think he's going to be even more thirsty to do that now. And who knows, maybe that might get him in trouble, maybe it won't. But I do think that being fuming like that, he could wind up maybe overtraining and spending extra energy, not being as cautious as he can. I'm not going to get into any predictions right now. I'm going to take a little bit more time to cook on that before we do a prediction video. But my reaction to the press conference was, it was extremely funny. It was generally kind of silly. And I'm very shocked that Eubank Jr. did that, but I'm glad he did because I found it hilarious, for one. And for two, I think it amps up Conor Benn. All around, it just makes it a better fight for us, the fans. Once again, sorry for the sound quality in this video. I'm outside sign right now, kind of moving around. It's going to get better with time. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Comment your thoughts below. Damn, what did y'all think about the fight? And I'm going to catch y'all next time. Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Have a good one.
Give my prophet the order of the Lord, to the courts of my vocals are sword. They tell me my tongue is a sword, Roman Noah going Zora, of course.